Now is the time to take your power back. Now is the time to reclaim your power, to reclaim your true power. Why do you hide your true power? You, yes, you watching this video right now or listening to this video, you deny your true power. You really underestimate your true power. Maybe you're scared of it. Maybe you're scared to let your inner light shine through and to express your authenticity. So how do you give your power away? How do you give your power away? Your power is all in your belief system. I know it's very counterintuitive that beliefs aren't even real, yet the more you believe them, the more you reinforce them in your mind, the more they basically alter the way you live. They alter your perception, they alter your consciousness. My belief was that I had no power, that I was powerless. I see all of the evil, quote unquote evil that's going on in the world, corruption in governments and businesses and destroying the environment. And I started to get very down. I started to say, what can I do? What can I do to change this? I'm just one person. I don't really have that many unique skills or talents. I'm not very charismatic. I'm not really good at much things. How can I just help save the environment or something big? How can I help stop government being so corrupt? And how can I help businesses stop being so selfish and evil, quote unquote evil? And then I realized that I was looking at this all from the wrong situation. I was thinking that I had to play their game, their ego game. But no. Ego, although ego wants the power, ego is power hungry, ego is power driven. Although that is true, ego does not have all the power. Spirit has all the power. Compared to spirit, ego is so weak, but you never see, there are so many ways I could go with this right now. Taking your power back is more about letting go. This is going to get, taking your power back is more about letting go than it is about actually grabbing something. Now, I really want to go into depth into this claim, into this thesis. It's more about letting go than it is about grabbing something. Ego, in its fear-based mindset, is always trying to look around at things to control. Control. How do we see this outpictured in our society? Well, one, different countries will try to invade other countries in order to take their land. They want to control their land. They may want to even control their people. That's very timely for what's going on right now in the world, very sadly. An outpicturing of this ego. Spirit, on the other hand, spirit detaches. Spirit is all about love. Spirit is not about domination. Spirit is not about dominance. Spirit is not about control. Spirit is not about power. Spirit is about let it be. Spirit is about love. Spirit is about light. Spirit is about flow. Now, these words may just sound like words to you if you've never really experienced these things, but as you start to raise your consciousness, I hope, through either meditation or through journaling or through introspection or whatever practices you partake in, I hope you start to realize that the higher your vibration is, the higher your potential is, the more power you have. Taking your power back is really as simple as raising your vibration. Again, raising your vibration, especially in our society that seems like its main goal is to stop you from raising your vibration, is how you gain your power back, or it's how you take your power back. It's interesting because you say, take your power back, as if it's something that you can go grab. But no, it's more like this. It's more like you have always been extremely powerful. You have always been infinitely powerful. Maybe you weren't aware of this power, or maybe you were aware of this power kind of subconsciously, but you were kind of afraid of it. Maybe you'd been taught by society to be afraid of this power. Whatever the reason may be, the taking of your power back is more, now this is another counterintuitive thing, taking your power back is more of just stop giving it away. You have this power that's in you 24/7, but the problem is you give it away to other people. You give it away to people when you value their opinions over yours, when you take things personally, when you take things too literally, when you take things to the heart. Here's an example of you giving your power away. or me giving my power away in my past. In a funny example, somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, Ari, you're ugly." I could either laugh that off, like I would laugh that off now. I'd be like, maybe he's true, maybe he's not. Or you could take it really personally, take it to heart, be like, I guess I am ugly. It just ruined my day, which is funny because that's the way I actually used to be. That used to absolutely ruin my day. Now, side note, how many people were actually calling me ugly? It was more in my mind. Maybe as a joke, maybe not as a joke. Maybe I couldn't take jokes that personally or literally. All right, either way, when you truly believe what that person says, which is, first of all, a belief, that's their opinion. That's their opinion that you're ugly, that I'm ugly, that we're all ugly. It's their belief. I am literally giving my power to that person who is then using my own power to basically blast me with it, to ego blast me. It can only hit me, it can only hurt me if it hurts the ego. Again, the spirit can't be hurt. The spirit is immortal, the spirit is invincible, because the spirit isn't material. All these things that I love how I'm just saying this stuff and I'm just thinking like, wow, who is coming up who is coming up with these analogies? When you're giving your power away to somebody else, it's usually unconscious. You're not saying consciously, I know I have all this power and I'm giving it to you because you deserve this power because I'm weak. That's what you're saying subconsciously. I'm saying that I don't believe in myself enough. I believe in you and your words more than I'm going to let you use your words to hurt me. Now, that's the sad reality of it. That's the sad truth. Maybe not truth with a capital T, at least my truth from what I've experienced, but take your power back. Just hearing those 4 words, take your power back. Yes, 4 words. Just hearing those 4 words. It might be very abstract. What are certain ways that you can take your power back? First of all, start asking yourself more empowering questions. I started this off at the beginning by talking about all of these huge agencies and all these huge corporations that I feel very powerless against. I'm not asking myself empowering questions. An empowering question may be, how can I develop an organization, or how can I amass kind of a group of people or a classroom that we can work together to learn, to raise our consciousness, to impact the world in a positive way? That's a more empowering question. Or even asking yourself the question, how can I take my power back? What are some actionable steps that I can take? What are some practical things that I can do that don't just make this abstract, but make this concrete of what's going on here? Your power. Here's another example. Think about an atom bomb. I know, one of the most powerful and destructive things on the force of the earth. Force of the earth. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. It is tiny. An atom is tiny. You are made up of millions and trillions and gazillions of atoms. Just one of those, when split, has the power to basically destroy the earth. Now, you can use it. I know you don't think about it this way, and I never used to either, but this power is all potential power that's within you. You're not going to blow up, but, hopefully not, but this potential power that's within you can literally save or destroy the world. I know that you don't think about this as being that powerful, but you single-handedly, every single person single-handedly has the power to save or destroy the world. I'm getting chills just thinking about that. Not to say that you should overestimate your importance here, but don't underestimate your importance either. You have power. You have power. Now, when I say that every single person has the power to save or destroy the earth, that's not by themselves, but one person, say like a Gandhi figure, has this going on around him and then inspires in their followers, inspires and builds this community, builds this movement, or another person like a Martin Luther King Jr. These people have the power, or had the power, to save the world. They didn't do it by themselves. They were great leaders. They inspired it in their followers. They inspired it in their surroundings. And maybe you don't want to have that big of an impact on the world, but it doesn't have to be on a grand level like an MLK or a Gandhi, or a JFK. Shout out JFK. But you can do this in your own life, just with helping your family, just with helping your friends in your relationship. It could really be as simple as that. But what I just want to get to is just that don't underestimate your power. You probably haven't tapped into 1% of your potential, and neither have I. And I think that that's exciting. I think that's exciting because the more that I meditate, the more that I tap in, the more I start to see this unconscious potential that I have. And through this non-doing, I'm able to kind of harness it, raise my vibration to the point where I can then express like this. I can write some stuff, make some videos, hopefully entertain some people, hopefully educate some people at the same time, to the point where I feel as though that I can change the world. I feel as though that I can change the world now that I've started to take my power back. But I haven't changed the world that much yet because I haven't completely taken my power back. Because again, it's not as easy as you just snap your fingers and say, I want to take my power back, and it's all completely back. There's going to be a lot of things in your way. There's a lot of ego blockages that you have that are stopping your power from flowing. This power comes from, again, your love. Then I know this sounds cliche. I know this is going to sound cliche, but your power comes from your love. This is, again, the fact that ego is weak compared to spirit. It's the same thing as saying fear is weak compared to love. I said, if the world is a battle between love and fear, love is going to win every single time. That's not just a belief system. That's not just something that we see in movies every single time. It's because love is literally the building block of the universe. Fear is the absence of love. Fear tries to hide in the darkness from love, which is the light. So, if you've been spending your whole life, like I was, hiding in the darkness, hiding in your little ego box, hiding in fear, always living in fear, running around chasing after certain things, you are literally a sun. Think about the power of the sun. This is a great analogy. Think about the power of the sun. Think about how large the sun is compared to the earth. Not that it has any egotistical importance. I don't think the sun is very full of itself. The sun gives its light freely in infinite directions. In every single direction, the sun is shining its light. It just so happens that one of the places that it's shining is on the earth, where it helps maintain and support trillions of beings of life. Imagine if the sun, imagine if the sun only chose to shine on one single part of the galaxy or of the universe or of the solar system. No, that's not what it does. It doesn't pick and choose favorites. It shines on everyone and everything. In the same way, you can be that sun who is sharing your inner light, who is shining in every single direction. The way that we usually do it now is that our love is very focused, very blocked. We say, I will only love that person because they love me back, or I will only love that person because they did something nice for me. You won't choose to love somebody that hurt you. But, this could be radical, but if you choose to share your love and light with everyone, like the sun, sharing it in every single direction, that will be the most powerful thing that you can do. Wow, I'm getting chills right now just thinking about that. That is literally the definition of not just taking your power back, but embodying your power. Because what you don't realize is that once you start to do this, once you start to take your power back, to embody your true self, star of love, let your inner light shine through, which again is easier said than done. It's going to take a lot of work, but people can do it. It absolutely can be done. And you start to get rid of all these walls, get rid of all these blockages that you have inside of you. You start to let your light shine through, share it unconditionally, share it in every which way, in every direction. And without you even knowing it, you will be affecting people subconsciously. I know that this sounds like a movie. This sounds like magic. Maybe it even is magic. I don't know exactly how it works, but your light, your love, is not limited to this physical body. You can be spreading it literally across the entire world without ever leaving your bedroom. And sure, you want to leave your bedroom, because you want to go out in this physical reality and meet other people and make an impact. But the way the world's going now, where everybody's kind of, shut down and locked down, and I don't know how much longer that's going to last, but people are starting to feel powerless. People are starting to, I know that at the beginning of this whole thing, I was starting to feel powerless as well. But then I, started to take my power back, started to take my narrative back, wrote Stars of Love, wrote You Know Who You Are, wrote Heaven is Forever, started to recontextualize everything, started to change my perception and alter it so I could start to see more heaven in the present, experience more heaven in the present, so I could then work on myself and to get to this point where I take my power back. I take my power back so I can let my inner light shine through and share it all around me. And it might not even have to be something that's that dramatic, but when you're raising your vibration, when you're truly working on yourself, leveling up to that point where you are a shining star of love, like the sun, you don't have to let this go to your head. It's not egotistical. It's happening in your heart. It's happening in your gut. It's happening every single place in your body where you are then shining around. You're shining it all around. You're shining your light, your light, your light. Oh gosh. Wow, you are powerful. Take your power back. Take your power back. Don't let others keep taking it away from you. It's not even others who are taking it away from you. Just stop giving it away to them. You're giving your power away to them for free. They're not taking it from you. You're giving it away to them. Maybe in some cases they're taking it from you. All right, it's getting long.